Hello, this is Chuck Anderson, and I would like to thank you for your interest in the TNT or Turf Nutrition tool. This is a new and exciting version that is web-based rather than the previous Excel-based format. Let's first start by logging onto the site turfnutritiontool.com. Okay, once you're on the site, we're going to register as a new user. So select the button Start New TNT Scenario. Let's enter our email address. Enter your password twice, your name, zip code, and then select one of the regions from the map to the right and submit. Okay, registration was successful. Let's log back in. Enter your password. And you can select this Remember Me button there, so easy to log in the future. Okay, sign in. And you'll see that it indicates no scenarios have been created yet. So let's start a new TNT. Okay, let's select our turf type, which I'm going to start with greens. Other choices are fairways, tees, lawn care, sports fields. There may be others in the future. And the target nitrogen per week, so I'm going to select 1/10 of a pound per week. And you can see how the response was on the graph. Creates a target line. Turf acres, I'm going to select 3. And my map region is already filled out per the registration process. You have the option to include soil recommendations from your soil analysis. So I'm going to type some bogus numbers in here. Using your tab function, you can simply put those values in. Okay, and submit. And there they are showing up there. And that's merely a reference because once you start adding applications to this TNT, they will show up, the summary will show up right above the soil analysis recommendations. So it's somewhat of a comparison tool there. Okay, let's start building our TNT. We're going to do that by selecting or adding a new application. You've got this dialog box that opens up and you can move it around. And I'm going to move it so that the bottom of the graph shows. I'm going to start by selecting a date. My first application will be April 9th. And I'm going to select product 18918, contact DG, and I'm going to put 5 pounds in the box right here. Shows up the nutrients that will be delivered with that application. And at the bottom of the dialog box, you'll see this Enter Application. Select that button. And what it's going to do is it's going to put that information in the TNT and graph it out. Okay. And then I can close that dialog box. And you can see the table below here shows the date, product type, the application rate, the number of bags, the macronutrients delivered, as well as the spreader setting. And it allows you to edit that application. So I can go in, select edit. That same information is pulled up. I can change it. I'm going to change this to 4.5 pounds and enter. And rather than putting a new application, it's simply going to replace the one that was there. Okay, let's add some more applications to this TNT. going to select a new date of late to mid-May. I'm going to select 13/026 at 3 pounds. Enter. The information will be plotted in the chart above as well as the table below. I can add new applications by keeping that window open. Let's add one in June. Same amount, 3 pounds. Select the enter, and it will continue to graph that information or the response on the graph, as well as put the information in the table below. I'm going to do another application in August, mid-August. Enter application. It'll graph that information on the response chart as well as put it on the table below. I'm going to end the season with an application of 18/9/18 at a rate of 3 pounds. August, let's do late August, August 27th. Enter the application. Okay, that looks good. Close it off. And you can see the table has all the applications that we input as well as the response on the graph. Now I can add liquids. So I select the button again, add new application. I'm going to select a date of, let's go with May 28th, or shall I say the week of May 28th. Under liquids, I'm going to select Nitroplast at 4 ounces. And select the button enter application. And you can see the response that builds on top of the baseline nutrition or the granular applications, the light green bars. And to add that same rate and product 2 weeks later, I simply select the date again, June 11th, hit the enter application again, and it simply adds the application. There is not a need to close the application window. I can select the date again, come out another 2 weeks, enter application, and continue on. Okay, I've entered my last application of foliar, close the dialog box, and all my information is in the table here below. Shows the liquid applications as well as the granular, the rates, the total bags and ounces and gallons of foliar. It will put in cost if you've put the cost in the table, the products table, and I'll cover that in just a minute. But it's very easy to edit the application windows as well as delete. And let's just delete one of these liquid applications. So I'm going to select the delete button, and it literally is just going to pull that right out of the table as well as the graph. Okay, now let's save and quit. Okay, once we save and quit, we come to the My TNT page, and from here there's some menu items that we can explore a little bit. Products, you can select the product type, for instance granular, and get a lot more information about the products that are in the TNT. So here's a list of the granular products. You can select the target turf, greens, fairways, lawn care, sports fields. You can select and put in prices. You can sort these rows by simply selecting the top of the row and clicking on them. We can put prices on each of these. This is price per bag. We can select details to get a little bit more information about that product. We can do the same thing for the foliar products. But in addition, we can also create tank mixes with the foliars. So if I want to start a new tank mix, I click the Add button. It's going to start with TM, and we can simply put in a name and select your foliar products. put the number of ounces in. Select Submit. And you can see here the record was added successfully. We can now go back to our TNT that we last used by hitting the logo, the TNT logo, or going back through My TNTs and selecting the TNT that you were working on. We can go in here and select one of the folder applications, Edit, and change that NitroPlast to our new tank mix. Enter application, and we are done. Let's save and quit again. And we've got a TNT saved. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you find value using this new TNT. Please be patient as we will be continuously improving this site as well as adding iPad and Droid apps that connect to this site.